Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Papopi passati bhadram yava papang na pacchati yada ca pacchati papang atha papo papati passati bhadropi passati papang yava bhadrang na pacchati yada ca pacchati bhadrang atha bhadro bhadrani passati. Dear friend, thank you so much join with me today. Today, Dhamma is sponsored by my dear friend, me, Nick Yun, and again his wife, Jo, and daughter, Manjula. His family is really have been helping our temple as well as me so many years. When my temple in Sri Lanka, Pamankara developing, you give a marvelous, very good amount of donation to rebuild my temple. Also, time to time, you send to donation to temple. Personally, whenever I meet you anywhere, you immediately come upon and give me special donation. Your family is a very special. Even this event, Bante Dhammajyoti told me you sponsored 7 days, or 8 days. 8 days sponsored. Thank you so much, your sponsors. Today, my Dhamma talk, according to as we have been doing Dhammapada. Dhammapada Vagga called 8 Vagga. It is called Papa Vagga. Verses 4th and 5th verses I uttered now. Briefly, I mention in the meaning. Later on, I explain up the story and why Buddha gave this sermon to the Anathapindika. I will later explain why is that. These verses mean it may be well with the evil doer as long as the evil ripen not, but it is does ripen, then the evildoer sees his evil deeds. In other words, say in here, for fool is happy until his whatever he enjoying wealth and happiness, after he get in trouble doing his mischievous thing, again he get in trouble until he enjoy. Then he get in trouble, then he knows what he did. The other way again saying a good person may suffer until his or her good deeds follows. Sometimes good people suffer when they coming up there, while even good deeds people suffer due to maybe last period some kind of their karmic forces, such as we call upapajjaniya kamma. Upapajjaniya kamma means sometimes we, without our knowing, we in last life we did the bad karma, even though we have been doing a lot of good deeds, sometime before we get a good result, that bad karma appear, get in trouble. Why Lord Buddha mentioning this one to the Anathapindika? Anathapindika, I better to explain who was the Anathapindika, then couple of suttas I explain later. Anathapindika's name Sudatta. Sudatta was a well-known business person and extremely wealthiest person at that time, Buddha's time. When Sudatta, even the people do not know Sudatta name, they knew Anathapindika means Anathapindika. Anatha means the refugees, homeless, or anyone need the help. That person to give some food and lodging and many ways helping. Therefore, Anathapindika did all of these facilitators to give the people. So people call upon him Anathapindika. It is his nickname. Real name is Sudatta, but most of people did not know who is the Sudatta name. Then one day his brother-in-law, he married to one of another wealthiest person in stay in another state, Kusinagar. Then he went to see his friend with many, taking many items to sell, business. Savatthi, actually he did Savatthi. He went to Rajagaha. Rajagaha chief minister, as well as extremely wealthiest person, is his brother-in-law. Usually he goes taking the 500 card those days, in only cards, a lot of goods taking when to go business. So he usually go to take a rest and food on his sister's house. Sister married to this Rajagaha, wealthiest person. When he went over there, he sent a message earlier he is coming. No one did not come to see him. No one reached him, and he went to the house. A lot of decoration, a lot of people are working, jumping here and there and everywhere. His brother-in-law is jumping, doing order, doing things. I said, what is going on? What has happened? You have any wedding ceremony or anything? Or the king is coming to your house? What is going on? No, Lord Buddha is coming to. Lord Buddha coming to my house tomorrow for lunch with 100 monks. I am preparing food and everything. Then he hears the Lord Buddha. He's kind of so happy that word. He asked where he is staying. Then he explained Rajagaha is staying in the monastery. Can I go now? Now too late, don't go there. It is disturbing to the Buddha, Sangha, as well as you cannot go across in some cemeteries nearby. Those are hungry ghosts and so forth. You cannot go now. Go in the morning. Then he could not sleep all night, waking up and looking at the time. And finally, he around 3 o'clock, he started going and went to the near to monastery. It's still dark. When I opened immediately door in the monastery, he went to see the Lord Buddha. Buddha was at that time doing walk-in meditation early morning. While seeing the Anathapindika, Buddha called, Sudatta, come in, come in. I'm so happy to see you. He was surprised. Buddha knew my name. How come? Then he was so happy to hear Buddha call his name, and they had a very good chat and conversation, and he then want to get Buddha's uh, advice, and he want to give a dana himself. After his brother-in-law's dana ceremony, he participated that also. Then he invited, before he go to Savatthi, he invited to the Buddha dana ceremony because he has 500 carts and people are working for him, and so he gave a dana, and according to text, he got a sotapan at that time. This is a Buddha's enlightenment after first year. Then he requested to the Lord Buddha, Venerable Sir, please come in and spend one vasa in our state, Savatthi. Savatthi, I make the appropriate temple for you, please come. So they accepted. Then he immediately went back to Savatthi and arranged everything, and according he was looking for the place to buy. Then the Anathapindika Sara, then there's a princess named etan samyam bhagava Savatyang Viharati Jetha. Jetha, his name is Jetha. Jetha princess owned the beautiful park. So he approached the princess, the king's son, and asked, please, I would like to buy this property, this park, to make a to live to Buddha monastery. I never destroy any trees or anything. Buddha also love nature. I want to keep as it is. Please give to me. He says, wealthiest man, if you put a gold coin whole park, one by one by one by, keeping like close the whole park with a gold coin, then I give. Otherwise, I won't give. He says, okay. Then again, princess changed his mind. He didn't know. He thought that Anathapindika will not agree to do that, because he thought that maybe Anathapindika did not have such amount of money, even though extremely rich person. Finally, Anathapindika went to the court. He says, this princess promised to give if I put in the gold cover whole land. Now he changed the mind. Then the judge give a princess side. Yeah, princess, again the princess, and princess, you didn't make a mistake. So as you have promised, you have to give. Then Anathapindika was so happy, bringing cart and cart and cart, so many gold coin, and put in whole land cover up. But one portion is still he could not fill, even though he has coin, all of gold coin. That time was not them sent to someone to bring. Meanwhile, Prince Anath, the royal prince, appeared as see to this lovely appearance. Anathapindika Sarame, Anathapindika, we call Evame Saikam Samyam Bhagava Savatyam Viharati Jetha. The Jetha prince appeared that place. Jetha looking at, saying, he says, Princess, please wait another couple of hours. I sent to my men to bring the more gold coin. Then Princess says, no, 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 it is okay. Huh? Give as it is. You no need to give anymore. I'm so happy. Your faith and your determination, your generosity, I'm so happy. I donate, it is from me. In fact, if you allow me, I want to make in the front gate very beautiful way. Then the Anathapindika allow princess to do that. As a result, the name the monastery Jetavana Vihara Anathapindikara Evam Mesnaikan Samyam Bhagav Savatyang Vir Jetavane Jetavana. Jetavana made the name including the princess name. So that place is extremely beautiful even today. I was in last January. The Anathapindika made a beautiful monastery according to the history. Over billions and billion gold coin spending and cross, they call cross, high crosses, people 40, spending. He built a beautiful monastery. For Buddha's room, make a, it's called, we call Gandha Kuti right now. It means sandalwood. Red sandalwood using that Buddha's room made. Venerable Ananda to one, Sariputta, Moggallana, Sivadi, even Angudimala. This all of rooms are available. If you have time, please go and see. So such a beautiful, blessing place to see. So then what happened? Why Buddha gave this type of sermon to him? Then after that, I explained his other, some of Dhamma explanation. After making Jetavana, Buddha mostly spent in the Jetavana. Even our Venerable Ananda, when the first counseling saying, Evang me stang ekam samyam bhagava savatyang viharati Jetavane. All the time mentioning this Jetavana temple, because Buddha gave us so many, including Mangala Sutta and many suttas were given by in staying in that place Buddha. So even though this such a greatest person, while he did a lot of business, other his partners, he lent in a lot of money, a lot of food, and many people, they didn't pay on time. He really broke. He didn't have money to work. Only his way, only given dana to the monks every day. Actually, his house not far from Jetavana Buddhist monastery, like a quarter miles area, his palace. And he daily used to go to see the Buddha, taking the young monk to many kind of items and sweet things and so forth. Every monks are very happy to see him as like a father, like a brother, and so many things. But he didn't ask any. Buddha's usually people go and asking this question, that question, asking your Dhamma talk. He never pushed to Buddha unless Buddha himself talking to him, give us some beautiful advices. This person doing this thing, not only given the dana, his business somehow failed because the other people, his partners, cheated him, did not give money, run away. So he has not enough money to give a dana. Yet, whatever he has is small things, he give a food. He never stopped giving dana. Then one day he heard a noise while he's sleeping around like early morning, like at 3 o'clock, saying someone appeared to him according to the Dhammapadatta Katha, one of deities, angel who is the protector in his palace. There are so many of them. One of the closest, his house protector, he appeared and saying, "Why you are here? I want to give us some message to you." What is the message? Don't give up dana. You are giving. Become a poor man. No one taking Gautama or anyone not give to you anything back. Why you want to give a dana again? Stop doing that. Then he got so mad that get out from here. I don't need you staying anymore my house. So she had to leave. She was became like a homeless person. Finally, story saying in the given advice by the sucker, and she came again. Lot of bringing the treasurer, put in so money and so forth things, and apologize. Then the prince, the Anathapindika asked her to go to the Buddha, and Anathapindika also was that time. That time Buddha gave this sermon. Buddha, what is the Buddha said to Anathapindika? Says, Papopi passati bhadrang-2025 papang na passati. Papopi passati bhadrang-2025 papang na pachati. Yata cha pachati papang ate papoti passati. Talking about that the person who want to stop the given dana, he consider like he doing anyone, even today, even here, if anyone try to stop in a homeless person going asking some money, $1, if Tilak Mahatya going to give us some money to homeless person, if I say, oh, don't give up, those guys have taken the drugs, don't give, that is bad thing. If I do that, that person business, whether he get a drugs or alcohol or anything, we cannot make a sober them. Our duty to our bottom heart, we give us something to them. That type of thing, this woman tried to stop giving dana. That's why here say Papopi. It may be wealth. It may be that it may be well with the evil doer, as long as the evil ripen not. Evil ripen not. Evil means the wrong thing, unwholesome act. Until this act getting ripen and given unwholesome result, that person happy. Then starting to get in the bad result, then the person is unhappy. The second one, talking to the Anathapindika, saying, it may be ill with the doer of good, as long as good ripen not. But when doers ripen, then the dust of the good sees his good deed. In other words, saying a good person may suffer until his or her good deeds follows. There are many books were written this subject. Why one of the famous rabbi mean the Jewish religious priest, he wrote a book called When Bad Thing Happen to Good People. When the bad thing happened to good people, he's tried to explain very well according to some of our Buddha's teaching also. The rabbi saying in our karma theory we call, there are so many karma theories we explain, Dittha Dhamma Vediniya karma, Upapajya Vediniya karma, Aparapara Vediniya karma, Ahosi karma. This rabbi using in philosophy, psychology, as well as Upapajya Vediniya karma. Upapajya Vediniya karma means last life, maybe someone did a lot of good deeds. Same time, after coming to this world, and this person doing a horrible many bad things. But as a result, he did a good things last life. He getting popular. He's getting money and happiness until he spent that whole previous good karma. He may be enjoy, but it finish, then he starting whatever he have been doing this life, bad karma. As a result, he going to get down and no fame, no money, many type of thing happen to that person. Same thing is the other way around, good person also is exactly what the Buddha mentioned in that Upapajya Vejiniya karma. The person last life did a bad, some kind of bad before, when he get in the birth, he come to his mind, whatever he did the bad things, even though he maybe not very bad, lot of things, very few things he did a bad thing, angry, maybe hating his parents or torturing some good person mentally or physically or verbally. Then that person, before death, it came to his or her mind. Even though this life he or she doing a lot of good deeds, temporary basic or that bad result coming, his fame going to down, he getting bad things until spending that wrong thing. That is the way this rabbi explained. Also, another person wrote, David Arnold. David Arnold wrote, Why Bad Things Happen to Good People. David Arnold book also very good. In our astrology, explain very well this one. Huh? I don't know whether Buddhists should believe or not. Personally, myself, I believe. In astrology, when we have some kind of, for example, these days, anyone is called Meena Lagna, and then what happened, Saturn is there these days. And if a person by birth in the number one place has a Saturn, also his birth chart has a fifth place moon, it is a terribly bad time. That person, it is called Erastaka, Jamma Erastaka and Chandra Erastaka. As a result, he is getting a lot of troubles, a lot of problems, even who do not know he can survive. That type of thing happening in according to astrology can say. However, even though those Saturn or moon making a trouble, by birth, that person has a kind of good stars. For example, we call Guru Hansa Yoga. It means Jupiter Swan combination. Even though so many Saturn or anything going to get a bad places, never make a trouble, because he has a very strong, powerful power with that yoga. So similarly, when we do like a Katina ceremony and a very greatest way taking care of parents and that type of thing, if you do, when even we did a bad kind of thing, we won't get much trouble. So then we have to move to the what the Anathapindika did had a discussion with the Buddha many things. One, when he come to the Buddha, he thinking, I should not make a trouble to Buddha. I better to listen to him, not to question. Yet Buddha himself asked him one day, Anathapindika, how people are going to be happy? Do you know how to be happy, Buddha? He said, no, sir. So then Buddha says, Ati Sukha, Bhoga Sukha, Anana Sukha, Anavajya Sukha. In other words, Buddha says the Ati Sukha, the first happiness is to enjoy economic security of the sufficient wealth acquired by just and righteous way. Buddha never ever said to not to make money. Buddha says, very good to make money. Righteous way, make money. When you make money, many suttas, another sutta Buddha mentioned, if you make money righteous way, it is the greatest things. You can take care of your family, your children, and your parents, and your relatives. You can give to some needy people and give to the religious people. Therefore, make money. Righteous way. Ati Sukha, it is a happiness. If you have a money, it is a happiness, Buddha says. Ati Sukha, Bhoga Sukha. Bhoga Sukha means the second is spending that well liberally on oneself, then family, their friends and relatives, and one meritorious deeds. Bhoga Sukha means enjoy whenever you have a money, not to keep in the bank and no counting, no. Enjoy helping parents, helping children, having a good time, and today we're saying like a traveling and so forth. And then second thing say Bhoga Sukha. Then the third thing Buddha says Anavajya Sukha. Anavajya Sukha means the third to be free from debts, not to lend in money. Of course, we are here, all of us lending from credit card, but we on time we have to pay it. If you lend in money, Buddha says that is not happiness. If you are not lending, you are a happy person. Then the fourth thing Buddha says, the Anavajya Sukha. Anavajya Sukha means to having jobs, appropriate job. In other words, not to sell gun, alcohol, drugs, and so forth. Anything harmful to the society, that type of the jobs do not involve teaching, then the business, whatever help for the society and you, that is a very good thing. Atti Sukha, Bhoga Sukha, Anana Sukha, Anavajya Sukha. Those are the Buddha explained. Again, Buddha explaining another very interesting thing had happened one day. The Buddha and monks went to Anathapindika Sautana. A lot of noisy sound, yelling, shouting, angry tone. One lady shouting, everybody's putting everybody's down, lot of noisy. Then after they finished the lunch, Buddha asked Anathapindika, what is going on? Why there's so many noises and shouting, yelling, fighting? What is happening? So Venerable Sir, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. My daughter-in-law Sujata, my son Kala married Sujata, one of wealthiest person daughter. Since she came here, all of people are unhappy. She ordering, shouting, yelling, insulting, putting even my son down, Kala, putting me down, putting my wife down. Lot of stress going on our home. But as good Buddhist people, we are practicing patience and love and compassion. But yet, very difficult time we are facing these days. Then the Buddha said, can I talk to her? Of course. Then Anathapindika very politely went to the daughter-in-law and asked, our Lord Buddha like to talk to you. Why don't go and talk to him? So she cannot avoid, she came to see the Buddha in front of everybody. Then the Buddha talking to her and say there are 7 types of wives. Which wife you are? But I do not know what you're talking about. Okay, I will explain one by one. Tell me you belong to which category. First one, Buddha says, Vadaka Bharya. Vadaka Bharya means destructive wife, making troubles, problems, insulting, putting husband down, and give a very hard time to him, and so many Vadaka. Vadaka means give lot of difficult, hard time to the husband, many ways, insulting in front of the friends, and very neglected type, and lazy life, and so forth. Then the Buddha says that is I call Vadaka Bharya. Second is I call Chora Bharya. Chora Bharya means thieves. Thieves mean some ladies and very lazy, doesn't work, and husband money, taking, spending this way, that way, not careful in budget at home, and not careful, wasting even the those days cooking, kitchen things and so forth. She's a waster and kind of way stealing, taking money for spending herself, not in tell to the husband and so forth. That Buddha says, I call that person Chora Bharya. Then other one is called Adi, mistaken. Adya Sama Bharya. It means the mistaken wife. Mistaken wife means she is all the time in restless, bad language using, and shouting, mostly sleeping, and not look like a mentally not healthy person. And then that three type of them are negative characters. Then again, I telling to you another co-characters. Matu Samabharya. Matu Samabharya means look like a mother, taking care of like a son, taking care of husband, everything, sometimes spoiling the husband, everything supplying like a mother, you this thing, that thing, and so she treat her husband like her own son, compassionate, and according to the Buddhist psychology, too much loving kindness, compassion, that type of thing, without lust and without the affection. Maybe affection, but without lust. That is called Matu Samabharya. Bhagini Samabharya. Bhagini Samabharya, like taking care of like an elder brother. I heard, by the way, all the time, Niranjana, our Sri Lankan community, ladies married, they call to husband, Ayya. Ayya, they call, maybe that is type of thing, they maybe, Ayya mean the brother's way, taking care of elder brother in love and affection, taking care of everything. Then the Buddha says, Sakhi Samana brother, Bharya. It means the friend wife. Friend wife means sharing everything together, like a Tilak and Niranjana. That is a friendly wife. Then other one is called Dasi Bharya. Dasi Bharya means like a servant doing all of work and kind of too much fear for husband, too much ancient Indian way. Boss is a husband and she is not place, and kind of a servant way. Then Buddha asks, what type of you want to be? Now you understand where you are. Then yes, Venerable Sir, thank you so much. I was very sad to know that I was some way Vadaka barrier. No more. I want to release that one. I like to be Dasa barrier. Buddha never approved that either. Dasa barrier, you don't have to be too like a servant girl. You have to be a friendly person. So, like a Sakhi barrier, like a friendly barrier. These 7 type of the bharyas explained. Whenever Buddha have a discussion with Anathapindika, he gave us some kind of idea to the community, society, people to like a way of life. Buddhism is a philosophy, way of life, as well as religions. Mostly when Buddha have a very closest friend and supporter, Anathapindika, when having discussion with him, he offered to the society something, way of life, to practical daily life, practical things. When Anathapindika last moment got sick, he knew that he going to pass away. He didn't want to bother to Buddha he sent a message to the Ananda, Venerable Ananda, as well as Sariputta. Venerable Sariputta and Ananda, both of them came to see him and consult him. And of course, he's a Sotapanna person, therefore he never ever go to any bad like health or any bad places, and explaining his all of greatest duties he have been done to the Buddha and society, praising him, chanted and comfort him. And while they are chanting, he passed away, that's the way mentioned. So he was the greatest person in the Buddhist canon mentioning, greatest supporter for Buddha and Sangha. And his name, many suttas, any suttas when you talk, saying in Pali, we say, Evang me sutang ekam samayang bhagava savatyang viharati jetavane anatha pindika sarame. Like that, many suttas Buddha give stay in this anatha pindika Jetavana monastery. Therefore, today my topic, we have to understand when we get in a personally, even though we do good things, sometimes we get a bad result, either get a sicknesses or economically we going down, we are losing jobs. We don't have to so much upset, think of our good deeds, whatever we have been doing, then immediately those are overcoming. We get a very successful life. We don't have to upset what had happened to us. Sometimes due to the environment, sometimes it is nothing to do with our horoscope or our karma, due to the country political situation. If the country has a economic bad time, also like COVID, like that bad time, everybody's effect, not the only ourselves, other people also get in this trouble. Therefore, we have to understand that we have to understand our karma theory also, as our one of the rabbi mentioning the why bad thing happen to good people, and we have to understand whatever we did, a good or bad thing, previous life, immediately we people get a birth come to our mind. As a result, we get in trouble. However, we did all of good deeds, even next life, or until we attain the Nibbana, we can overcome our thinking, our good deeds. Thank you so much, me and family, and all of you. Have a wonderful, happy, successful life. All of your wishes come true. Again, me, really grateful to you and your wife, Gio, and also Manjula. I don't know Manjula at home or now in other states. So we are, since Manjula was a very young girl, I happen to know. And thank you. I heard you're going to have a Katina ceremony this time in our Buddhi Vihara. Then our monks are coming. I may not able to come because I had to go to Sri Lanka. I'm going to celebrate my 70th monkhood. I have been a monk 70 years. So then my temple in Sri Lanka, they're going to organize big ceremony to give a 70th monk to Dharma ceremony and gift. So that is way after immediately finish here, Karna ceremony, I go. And therefore, even though you and other friends invited me to Ming and other people invited me to come to Katinai Meno table. Then I will send my good wishes to your family and everybody, sir. Thank you. Bhavatu Sabba Mangalan Rakhantu Sabba Devata Sabba Buddhanubhavena Sata Sukti Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam Rakhantu Sabba Devata Sabba Dhammanubhavena Sada Sukti Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam Rakhantu Sabba Devata Sabba Sanganubhavena Sada Sukti Bhavantu Te.